Hey guys, welcome back to Up and Adam. Been a while. I know it's been a cold winter. It's hard to get out and do things. I need to give you guys an update on the house project. That's come a long way since the last video I put out of it. But we're out in the garage right now. I just brought home this John Deere tractor. It's a 4400 model. Popped up on Marketplace the other night, and the ad said that it was sitting. I got a hold of the guy, asked him how long. He said probably at least 2 years. His grandmother owned it. She got too old to maintain the property she had, and so she started hiring a landscape crew to take care of things, and the tractor just sat. I gave $7,500 for the tractor. It has a loader and a brush hog. I've already sold the brush hog and made some of my money back. So right now, as it sits, I have about 60. I sold the brush hog for $1,300, so I have $6,200 in the tractor. When I went to pick it up, they said, I asked the guy, because in the pictures you could tell it was sitting, there was no key in the ignition, and I asked him, I said, do you have the key for it? He said, we're trying to find it. So he later then messaged me, said, yeah, we found the key. I said, great. So I showed up with the trailer, a winch in case it wouldn't start, and got there, and he's like, I thought we found the key, but we didn't find the key. So anyhow, we ended up winching it up on the trailer. I brought it home, threw a jump pack on it, because of course the battery was dead, and the thing fired up like you just shut it off. It started real well. So then the next day, I got in late, left it on the trailer. I went in for the night. The next day I came out. Both front tires were flat from it sitting. So I started the tractor, lifted the front end of the tractor off the ground with the loader, got the tires aired up. It was sitting there running, and for a few minutes, you know, just enough to lift the front of the tractor off the ground, and it started running rough, and it quit. So the fuel gauge read empty. So I was like, well, maybe it's out of fuel. So I pulled the tractor was still on the trailer at the time. I pulled the trailer over to my fuel tank, pumped half a tank of fuel in it, and the gauge never moved. I was like, well, sending unit doesn't work. So tried to start it. These little Yanmar diesels are usually self-priming, and it didn't pick up fuel. So I went over to the fuel filter, and it was just full of nasty junk. I didn't get any footage of that, but so I'm just trying to catch you guys up. And in the background, I have my waste oil heater running, so we got to deal with that because it's pretty cold out right now. Anyhow, so I started investigating things a little better, and I'll show you what I found. Like I said, fuel filter was full of junk, and that's right here. Right now I'm running it off of this little quart jug. I got a hose run down to the fuel pump, and then that's what the tractor's running off of, because when I popped the hood on this thing, this whole area was just full of some kind of a rodent's nest. I'm thinking it was a squirrel, but I don't know. And as you can see, whatever it was chewed 2 big holes into the fuel tank. And then this is the reason the fuel gauge doesn't work. It chewed off the wires for the sending unit. So obviously I've already started this. I pulled the hood off. It's sitting right over there. Both side panels are here. The tractor's 100% complete. And if you look down here on the oil filter, it was last serviced June 22nd of 2020, and the hours were 1117. And now, I don't know if that's going to show up on camera, but 1132 hours are what's on it now. So what is that, like 15 hours? 15 hours in 5 years is what this tractor has gotten. And like I said, I think it's been sitting for at least 2 years. I'll show you guys real quick how nice this thing starts. No glow plugs, no nothing, which, you know, the garage right now is 50 degrees, but half an hour ago it was 30 degrees in here. Starts pretty nice. Seems to run real good. Of course, I haven't ran it much, just enough to get it in the garage here. But what I'm doing right now is I'm going to tear this fuel tank out of it, and I think I'm going to try to repair this. I'm going to try to be cheap about it and repair it. If not, I'll see, because I noticed there's some more chew marks in behind the cow here. I've got this loose. There's just a few screws around it, but I've got to finish taking off the rest of this cowl, and then see what's holding the fuel tank in there. We'll get it out and we'll see what we got. And if it's just these two spots, I think I might try to repair it with some plastic and epoxy, or maybe fiberglass and resin. But I don't see the set. You know, it's up high on the fuel tank, and I don't know. I mean, I have no reason to believe the tractor is going to have other issues. Like I said, it starts good. The battery is also dated 2020. I pulled it out, put it on the charger when I got home, and it took a charge. It seems to be doing good. The rest of the tractor, overall condition, like the color's faded. I think that'll come back. The seat is very dirty, moldy, but there's no cracks or rips or tears in it. So I think that's going to clean up nice. I think overall the tractor is going to clean up pretty decent. And like I said, it came with a loader, 6-foot bucket, and a brush hog. But like I said, I sold the brush hog. So anyhow, that's the backstory on this. I figured I'd catch you up on it, and we'll film some of this fuel tank removal and repair and see what we can make of it. And if nothing else, we'll get a video out for you guys to watch, because it's been way too long. So thanks for joining me, and let's get into it. All right, I think I might have forgot to hit record there, but there was a bracket that went up over here that this bracket here held the hood hinge on. And once I got it out of the way, here's another hole that the squirrel chewed through. So I don't know that I'm going to try to repair this thing now. Like, those 3 holes, this one's right at the top, right where water's going to lay. I don't know. I'll still make that determination, but nothing seems to actually physically hold the tank in here. Like, it just sits in here, which is kind of wild. It tapers off back here. The camera thought I told it to turn OFF. I can't say it or else it will. But it tapers back here, and that's all. It just captures the fuel tank. So I think I got to take this bolt out, and then there's 2 bolts down here at the bottom, another one like this on the other side, and then I think the column and stuff will lay forward, and then hopefully the tank will come out. All right, that was quite the process. So it actually was captured. I had to tear, there's 2 brake pedals here, independent wheels, and then on the other side is a single brake pedal that activates both wheels. And that shaft for that setup ran through the gas tank, I'm sorry, fuel tank, and that's what was holding it, essentially. You can see down in there all the crud. I don't think any of the wiring's hurt. Nothing jumped. Oh, there's one wire there that has some bare wires and a little nick in that blue one there. Everything else looks okay. I'll put some liquid electric tape on that. But the fuel tank, it's got a pretty good size hole there, and then these 2 holes over here. I think there's one on the line right now. It's used, and you know, there's nothing wrong with it. I think they want $90 plus shipping for it. I think that's probably what I'll do. By the time I invest time and materials, you know, you buy epoxy, it's gonna be 10 bucks on itself, and I don't know that that's worth messing with. And then you're gonna have to clean it out because of course it's full of stuff. I don't think it's really worth messing with. So that's at least tore apart. I'm gonna get a shopping list together for this thing because I need that tank, the fill cap for the hydraulic oil in the back. It is junk. I need a new one of those. It broke trying to get it out. Probably gonna get filters and stuff for it, do a service on it, and yeah, I think there was a couple other things I need. I can't think of right now, but get a shopping list. Oh, this is one of them. The return line for the this is an injector here. This is an injector line, but injectors under it. These are return fuel lines for the injectors, and this one's chewed in half, so I need one of those. I'm gonna blow this all off and clean it up and take a closer look at some of this other stuff and see what we need to get. Alright guys, I'm gonna about finish this up, I guess, for now. I got that out. Camera quit working. I don't know what went on, but I'm gonna do the outro for this video. Got the fuel tank out. I don't know if you could see, but the pedal assembly here, there was a shaft that went through here that held the pedals on. That's what held the tank in here. So I got it out, and the tank's over here. You can see the 2 holes, 3 holes. I got a tank ordered. It should be here in the next few days. I also ordered the cowl, this panel, and this panel. When I set this over here, this was already cracked, and these tractors are notorious for cracked body panels. This one's actually in really nice shape for its age, or was. I just had that little crack there, and this one. And when I set these down over here, this actually fell over and it cracked it the rest of the way. So the rest of the tractor's in pretty nice shape. I think it's gonna shine up and clean up good. So I ordered those cowls. Those will be coming. And I ordered this fill plug that goes in back here on the transmission. I've got a red cap in there right now, but I couldn't get it out. And this is what the one looks like that was in there. I busted it all out getting it out. So I got one of those coming. And that's all I saw that I needed right now. So yeah, we'll get those in and start putting this thing back together. I'll bring you guys back for that hopefully, and we'll see you then. So thanks for joining me, and I'm gonna try to, I say this every time I make a video, but I'm gonna try to make more videos and get more into the groove of things, but just it's hard to do sometimes, and it's time consuming. So and you get it just like this. I got involved in it, got started, and didn't grab the camera at first, and then I'm like, okay, let's grab the camera. So hopefully we'll see you on the next one. All right, thanks for joining us. Bye.